Builder, and welcome to your very late, almost out of date match preview for the Northampton game tomorrow. I was aiming to come up here on Thursday, however, I got overly busy again, and it's now 8:15 in the evening, and I've only just sat down to do this on a Friday, so forgive me. But I hope you're all keeping safe and well amid the current situation. That everyone knows what's going on. So, looking ahead to Saturday's game, then it's a game. These next two games where I think Rovers need to look for 4 points. These next two games. This game I don't think is a definite must win, but it's a certain mustn't lose. Rovers have got to go careful that this winless run doesn't go on for too long. As I've said before, we have played three of the top teams in the division. That's out the way. Apparently, Northampton uh, I don't know if they were still, but they are the second favourites for relegation. So with the Lord that be with us, hopefully we can get 3 points tomorrow. The way Rovers have been playing, I just don't see it. I've spoken to a lot of people in the build up to the game tomorrow, and they just can't see Rovers getting anything. Hopefully, Rovers at least put in a better performance. At least, like most people have said, really, we don't look too badly until we get to a set piece, and then if a goal goes in from there, our heads just drop. So we've got three tough games coming up this week. We've got tomorrow's game at Northampton, the midweek game against Oxford in the League Cup, the League Trophy, which I'm not planning on doing a video of any kind, although I am tempted to come up at some point and just talk about the current situation with football and how League One and League Two especially are really struggling at the moment in terms of financial situation. So I might come up next Tuesday or Wednesday and do that before the league game against Lincoln. So, let's talk about tomorrow's game, shall we? So, Rovers, of course, go into the game 1 point from three, having lost back-to-back games, not for the first time in recent memory. Rovers know that it won't be easy against Northampton. If they go in thinking that'll be easy, then they got another thing coming, I think. Northampton, they picked up 4 points out of the first three games, which isn't a bad return for any team, but especially for a team that's just come up, and especially for a team that is that's predicted to be near the bottom of the division. Of course, still very early days. It's too early to comment on anything, whether Rovers will be where they are or Northampton be where they are. Northampton are currently in mid-table at the moment, a place which I'm sure Rovers fans would all get a nosebleed if they find themselves in that situation come 5 o'clock on Saturday. But Rovers have just got to kind of go back to basics in a way. Northampton haven't had the best record against Rovers down the years. Most recent games, I think it was in the 17-18 season, we beat them 6-0 away at Sixfields. And sadly, more unfortunately, a bit unprofessional, if you like, which this isn't the theme, of course. I'm just kind of going off the cuff. But I can't remember the home game we played against Northampton last time around. So I know the season before that we beat them. I think it was 5-0 at the Mem. So we've done well against Northampton in recent years, especially going to Sixfields. I think the last defeat we had to Northampton was about 7 years ago. So hopefully we can at least not lose tomorrow. I think Northampton, they got a good manager in Keith Curl, who I don't think he's had the success really at League One level, but he's certainly done well at getting teams out of League Two and so on and getting them well drilled in League One. Keith Curl is obviously a Bristol boy, played for Rovers and City in his career. I think he managed Bristol City as well for a brief period of time. I could be wrong on that one. But, he's always a man that's always linked with Rovers once we don't have a manager, so maybe that could be coming up soon. Who knows? I hope not. Like I said, I want Garner to succeed. I want everyone to succeed. There's only so often I can say it. So, let's have a think about how the score is going to be. I've said for all week that I think we're going to draw, and I'm going to stick with it. Going for a 1-1 draw. How we're going to line up? Let's try and break that down, shall we? So, we're going to go with Jacola in goal. I'm going to hope that we have Little back. Not that I'm a big fan of Little, to be honest, but he's probably looked better in the first game he played this season than he did in the whole of last season. So, this is barring Little being injured and Josh Hare being injured. So I think Garner will go back to the back five. Not ideal, not what I prefer, but this I've got like I said last week, I'm going to try and go a bit of what I think Garner would do and what I would do personally. So I'm going to go with Jacola in goal. We'll see Little a right wing back or in that position there. I wouldn't normally pick Kilgore, but I think he's the only right-footed centre-half we got. Maybe if Baldwin's fit, maybe play him instead. Not that I think Kilgore is a bad player. We've seen what he's all about, but I think it might have just been a game too far last weekend. So, this is going off if Baldwin's not fit to go. I go with Kilgore at right centre-half. Aimer left in the middle of the back three with Kean Harris. That's what I was looking for. At left centre back, left wing back, I'd like Dave Tutonda to play. I think he deserves a start. I don't think Leahy has done much in terms of defensive side. Yes, he's our top scorer, and I understand that. But I would like to see Tutonda get a game. The midfield, I'm going to go, in my opinion anyway, that part of what I'd like to see is a three in the triangle. So have Westbrook and Grant just behind McCormick. So he's at the head of the three. And up front, I'd like to see Daly and Hanlon start up front. I was going to say Younger then. I'm a bit 50-50. I think Saturday's game would be a good game to see a younger start. But I don't think Hanlon and Younger would work well together. So I'm going to go with Hanlon and Daly. It's an attacking team. It's got a bit of pace in there. With Tutonda, he's got a good bit of skill about him. So that's what I think Rose will do. Obviously, listening to Garner's pre-match presser today, as my Dex was dog's just having a drink out of his water bowl. So as if Garner was saying earlier on today, it was difficult. He kind of made reference to the referees again, and he said it's not fair to point the blame on the referees, but that's all he was doing after the Doncaster game, for me at least. Obviously, the news coming out of Rovers this week is Byron Anthony's now back at the club in a coaching role with the academy. But don't ask Ben Garner what his role actually is, because he doesn't know. That's his words, not mine. Just his pre-match interview. He says, I don't know. I haven't spoken to, because obviously the academy and the first team are in isolated bubbles at the moment. But surely you could have picked up the phone of Chris Hargreaves and go, look, we've got Byron Anthony come back. But some of that kind of itches me. He's the manager, yeah. So he must know the ins and outs. He's not like he's the first team coach where he just focuses on the first team. He's the manager, so surely he knows what Anthony's there for. He made himself look a bit thick with answering that question there, but hey, you know what I mean? Garner, there's a mobile telephone for a reason, mate. Use it. But you can have your Zoom calls in a couple of weeks. But like I said, I know I've just kind of put Garner all over the coals there, but like I said, I do hope for his sake and everyone else's sake that we do start to turn things around. Like I said, I'm sticking to a 1-1 draw tomorrow. Fingers crossed we'll get 3 points. We've got to get the first 3 points soon, or it's going to be a case of where, like managers in the past, we had Ian Atkins, they barely lasted 10 games and they're out the door. So hopefully he could turn it around. I can't see the club sacking him before 10 or 15 games. But I just hope for the fan base's sake and for Garner there that we start to turn things around, because, we're a passionate bunch. We don't like teams that don't give any effort. We just want to see a bit of heart. And hopefully these young players can start to toughen up a little bit, get through the shit, if you like, that they're going for at the moment. Not a nice run to be in, but hopefully Saturday will be the catalyst for change. So I'll see you all either late Saturday or at some point, hopefully early Sunday, with my match recap. And I will see you all very, very soon. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Don't forget behind closed doors, sadly. And have a good rest of your weekend. Take it steady. Bye-bye.